Welcome to the OVW Fan Zone Live. This is where fans talk back. My name is Jack Minogues.
I'm Brian Hines, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad you're here, too.
No, this is one of my favorite parts of the week. If you told me that at 4 p.m. on Wednesdays, I would not believe you, but as I am sitting in front of you now, I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah.
Usually, this is when we would say, Tiny Brian, say hello, please.
But he's not at the mic currently.
I'm here, though.
You better turn it on, Malachi.
I'm here, though.
Malachi is behind the desk this evening. Tiny Brian will join us.
I'm mad with power. You don't know what I'll do.
You
Oh,
usually
Lord.
are, Malachi.
Yeah.
Malachi's behind the desk right now. He might pop in and out. Malachi will be at OVW Podcast in the chat. He'll be collecting all of your questions, comments, concerns, complaints, requests, anything music or OVW, anything wrestling or OVW related. And we'll be addressing those at the end of the show during the final segment.
What's your favorite word from Hotel California? Favorite word?
Favorite word from Hotel California? Leave.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Steely.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's
Spirit.
Spirit. Yeah. Desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can do this all night, but this is not a Eagles podcast. This is, in fact, a wrestling podcast. One company, very specifically, Ohio Valley Wrestling.
That
the
is
reason
correct.
that we're all here tonight, baby. And, of course, like most weeks, Super Chats go straight to the top. Malachi will interrupt us the moment we get a Super Chat. And, it sounds like Tiny Brian's almost on his way back. So, Brian Hines.
Yes.
We usually review the show here, and we'll review the show, and we'll make some predictions. What did you think in general of last week's show?
I felt like it was a parade of the tag team division. It's like the seeds of the tag team division had been planted over the course of the summer, and it being fall, they finally started to sprout, and now we are starting to harvest the efforts of these young men in the tag division.
I love that. And, I mean, it's honestly no surprise because we've got a Nightmare Cup right around the corner.
We certainly do.
Took last year off from the Nightmare Cup, one of OVW's longest-standing traditions, tag team tournament, of course.
Last year was a rough year.
Yeah, last year was a rough year, but we are so far behind it now.
Yes.
And it's almost like it never even happened with the way that OVW has been rolling in the year of 2025.
They sure have.
See anything interesting in the chat over there?
Let's take a look at just a bunch of hellos. We've got Becky Katie, we've got Ronald, we've got Roy. What's up, Roy? Wrestling biggest fan. That seems to be about it in the chat so far.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
We're still a little far away from the finals of the Nightmare Cup.
Yes.
I give you $20. You're in Vegas. Who you betting on? Money line.
I feel like it's going to be down to level 3 in the trifecta.
From where we sit right now, I have no reason to disagree with you. I think that is the feud.
Yeah.
I think that those two teams have still a lot to say to each other and a lot to prove to each other. I would love to see a hot finals with level 3 and the trifecta.
I would too.
Tiny Brian, say hello, please.
Hello, please.
He's here now. So
But he's leaving again. I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness gracious! What is going on? In this
I
show?
would say that's a deduction to write that on my notes, but I don't have notes.
Here, use mine from the last show.
Oh, I see. Well, then the deduction stands until you get back and produce notes.
Are you gonna give him double his points back?
No.
Would you do that? That's so silly. Malachi, are you ready to take a break so that we can? Actually, no. Let's not take a break for right now. Hines, you've done such a good job about this in the past. What is a question that the chat can meditate on during the course of this show?
Ooh. Let's see. Going into the Halloween season, and this is completely unrelated. What is your favorite Halloween candy?
What's yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
I mean,
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Every day.
That explains a lot. It really does. My favorite candy overall has got to be Reese's.
Yeah,
but
that's a good choice. Great choice.
On Halloween, if I dumped out my jack-o'-lantern full of candy and I didn't see a lot of the Hershey's Miniatures Good Bars.
This is a professional show.
we have a super chat. And since you're not behind the mic, I'm going to stop the presses this time. This
for it.
comes from our friend Junk Punch Hero. Welcome to Rush, is what he has to say.
What's that mean?
I don't entirely know.
Is that mean like?
I mean, I love Rush.
Do they they rush? Yeah, it is because I see when I go on campus, I see all of the kids dressed exactly the same. So it has to be.
Oh,
rush season.
yeah.
I don't think Junk Punch Hero is one of those kind of guys.
No, I don't get that vibe from him. Although I did hear Jukebox Hero today when I was working, and it made me think of you. So, thanks.
He had one punch, and it was to the junk.
I can see I've been missing some very important content as I was gathering your notes.
Yes.
Well, you know, it's OVW Fan Zone Live. This is where fans talk back. We're just waiting for the segment for fans to talk back, basically. So.
Yes, and I'm here looking for things. I guess you guys explained that. I'm looking for comments right now.
I see. Membership.
Oh, bet.
Rush Division membership. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you, Junk Punch, for clarifying. Now that we have our notes in front of us, it's a shame neither of us have these memorized already. But you want to do it? You want me to do it? You want me to do it? You want to do it?
Let's do paper, rock, scissors. Daniel Spencer style.
Rock, paper, scissors. Why do you always call it that?
I'm from Ohio. We do things different.
There's the understatement of the century.
Ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Yes.
Okay. Rock, scissors, shoot. You win. Thanks a lot.
If you find yourself at any of these events in and around the state of Kentucky, seeing your favorite wrestlers from Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW, you can take pictures. You can tag us at OVW Podcast. What's the hashtag? Is it OVW Live for the hashtag? And that's just a good way to let other people see the work that you've been doing, see the fun that you've been having, and maybe even convince one of your friends or followers or a random stranger on the internet to attend one of these OVW events on the OVW. I guess we've now progressed into the fall tour, right?
Yes.
First off, y'all know this. Y'all love it. Y'all been there. You're probably not watching the show if you didn't already know this. Every single Thursday night, rain, sleet, or snow, Hot Point Davis Arena. Doors open at 5:45. Action starts at 6:15. Get there in time for the Overdrive taping at 6:30, and be sure you stay till 9 o'clock for OVW Rise every single Thursday night at Hot Point Davis Arena.
You don't want to miss a
4400
second.
Shepherdsville Road. No, you don't. If you do, you can find it on this very YouTube page. At the LaPorte Civic Auditorium in LaPorte, Indiana, September 27th. You can find the OVW Superstars there. No Rest for the Wicked. That is September 28th, of course, at Hot Point Davis Arena. That is the second in a row Sunday night special. And were you telling me this earlier? Is that free on this YouTube channel?
Yes, it is.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
In this very space and on Fight TV.
And of course, the best way to view it is live at Davis Arena. But watching it on YouTube, watching it on Fight TV, as long as you watch it, you're going to leave happy. Owensboro Event Center, that's November 1st in Owensboro, Kentucky. And then the Jungle Gyms Oscar Event Center in Fairfield, Ohio, November 21st, 2025. That's all that we know so far in terms of the OVW tour.
That's true.
Is there one that we missed? There's one that we missed.
Not that I'm aware of.
They're setting up shop at like a comics shop, right there. Aren't they doing a comics?
They already passed it.
They already passed it?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
I think that was last week. It was Savini's, if I remember right.
Yeah, I can't keep up with these things.
Yeah.
I have
But
no idea.
those are the dates as far as we know, and you can get tickets to any and all of these events at ovwtix.com.
That's OVWTIX.
TIX. Yes, you are correct. I'm still really looking forward to the Jungle Gyms show. If you don't know what Jungle Gyms is, it is, you could say, oh, it's just a grocery store. But it's not just a grocery store. There are like fiberglass mascots, people from like advertising like Tony the Tiger, Snap, Crackle, and Pop, Toucan Sam, an international market where you can get food from all over the world. For example, I was there a couple weeks ago, and I picked up
Here we go.
a box of Weetabix.
That
That's a very that was 6 months ago. That would have been real exciting here in Kentucky.
Yeah, but I like to try foods from different...
Hold that up to the camera there, Mr. Hines, to the angled camera. Over here.
That one.
There we go.
Okay, here?
No, that's good.
Oh,
You're
here.
perfect.
All right. there's a bunch of frantic pointing behind the camera, and I can barely see either one of you, so I'm just doing my best.
And thank God for that. Got him.
If you're in the mood to try something different from another country that you've seen on the TVs, or if you just want to get out for an interesting day, Jungle Gyms is a day-long adventure.
They got cheap beer there. Real cheap.
The beer section is as big as our production room.
I've for what it's worth, I've worked in alcohol for over a third of my life, and I thought I had just about everything. Every time this guy goes up to Jungle Gyms, he's pulling stuff out I've never seen in my life. Never even thought that existed. I never wanted a beer from Nicaragua until I had one.
And that was wonderful.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
It really was.
I gotta see if they got more of that. Maybe we can all see if they have more of that when we go November 21st to the Oscar Event Center,
That's
Fairfield,
right.
Ohio.
I'll put that in front right here so everybody can see it.
Yeah, do that. I like that.
I'm afraid it's going to fall on poor old Captain Lou.
You got a lot more stuff on your side of the table than
That's
me.
because I come prepared.
I'm about to, and during the break, I'm about to go find some stuff and put it on my side of the table.
You know what
free
they
to
say?
grab some stuff
Hindsight's
off the
2020,
table.
baby.
No,
I thought this out.
You wait till we come back. I'm gonna have way more stuff on my side of the table than you. All right, guys, let's take a break real quick. We'll be back for not only our recap of last week's action, but our predictions for tomorrow night's show. And then, of course, in the final segment of this program, we get to hear from you, the fans, on OVW Fan Zone Live. We'll be back right after this.
Dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
This week, hopefully, we'll have this all straightened out.
Fan Zone. Whoa.
Get your ticket.
My name is Buzz Backlund, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
Welcome back, OVW Fan Zone Live. This is where fans talk back. My name is Jack Oakes.
I'm slightly confused as to what's going on right now.
Look at all my stuff. Look at all the stuff I have now.
2 words. Quantity, quality.
That looks like the worst cereal I've ever seen in my life.
You want to read the ingredients?
Yeah, let's see.
It's from Great Britain, actually.
Let's see. Crap. Plain crap. Cocoa crap. That's my favorite kind. Emulsifier, gotta have that. Soya lecithin
They
flavoring.
don't have high fructose crap in there, do they?
No, because it is British. We're the only country that really does the high fructose crap.
My point exactly.
There we go. All right.
I would like to point out that's a localized name. The actual name that you can find on European shelves is Shitabricks. You say that like it's a joke. It's not a joke.
Are you Malachi?
PG-13.
No. This is why I want to know. Are you being serious? Is that what it's really called? Okay, I trust him.
Tiny Brian, look it up. Produce. Chop, chop. Get on it.
First off, Tiny Brian's got to review last week's predictions.
Yes,
right?
I've got to.
Malachi's looking up the Weetabix stuff.
So I'm seeing a label that says a thing I would not want to say on the stream.
Okay.
That corresponds to what my son said a minute ago.
Well,
Hit a brick shay if
Hey.
you're speaking in the Latin of pigs.
You never know what you're going to find out, truth, lie, or otherwise, here on the OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. How'd we do last week, Tiny Brian?
Let's get into it. Let's get into our review. First of all, we talked about one Dustin Jackson taking on one Jake Lawless, and all the panel, both of you, and this week's missing Brian Allen, we miss you, sir, all agreed that it would be Dustin Jackson.
Drink water. Drink
Yes,
water.
drink
Brian.
lots of water, Brian. But you guys need to drink some water because you will need to take the L on that one because I think all 3 of you said that it would be Dustin Jackson.
Look at your side of the desk over there. You look like this match was last week. Constantly just throwing stuff out from underneath the ring. I mean, I leave you alone for a minute, and then boom.
I wish I did have like a crutch over here, or a chair with
Or some brass knucks.
Yeah, brass knucks. A chair with a cool chain on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a trash can, but I haven't been able to see it the last
It's
couple days.
literally right there.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, good.
I might get that.
Fantastic.
I might get that during the second commercial break. We'll see what happens.
All right, so let's move on. Cal Hero took on Anthony Toatelli, and Mr. Allen in absentia gets to take the dub for this one, for he was the only one who bet on the heavyweight champion, with the rest of you going with Toatelli.
Oh, well, isn't he just so smart?
And you know what that means. Toatelli, we believe in you, dude.
Then the Bryans, Allen and Hines, will get to take the dub in betting this tag team match, Sin City Outlaws versus Tony Evans and Drew Hernandez.
Nope.
No.
Jack Minogue's definitely is the one taking.
I thought they lost by disqualification because Drew Hernandez showed up with the big beefy glove and
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
got them disqualified.
Here's what I know: is Luke lost a bunch of hair. So
They took the L for sure.
yeah, they took the L. They lost.
Whether or
Like
not-
they lost. Like let's make it clear.
But what he gained was a stylish new look.
Hopefully,
Probably.
And,
gotta do something with that
Yeah.
mop.
We're going to need
Yeah.
a little help with that.
There was no winner in Maddie versus Noel, and Big Zo versus Luscious Lawrence did not happen. So we will skip past those.
But Big Zo won,
Big Zo did win.
and we get points for betting on Zo because it's Zo time.
It is, in fact, time for Zo. So, with that said, it is also time to get into the most exciting segment in all of OVW, or at least OVW Fan Zone Live. It is time for predictions. Predictions.
All right, let's do it. Take us away,
All right.
Cowboy. Take us away.
All right, let's get into
No, it's Calgon.
that too. They both actually work. Let's get into our first match of the evening, which will see Sam Holloway taking on
Who?
good question.
There is no A in that name.
Holloway.
There we go.
Sam Holloway taking on Jake Lawless.
Like Natalie, the young woman who went missing in
Deduction
the year
party of one.
2005 in
Deduction party of one.
Aruba. Natalie Holloway. Never forget. So I'm supposed to choose. Okay, so Super Z Icon Lee, right? Or are we doing?
No,
which one are we doing? We're
are
only doing Sam Holloway and Jake
for
Wallace
now.
right now.
Yeah, they cut this poster weird, and this is the way it looks. So yeah, right now we're just talking about Sam and Jake, and next we'll talk about Z and Lee.
Interesting that I see next to Sam Holloway's name the WWID trademark. WWE ID trademark.
Look at that! I missed that entirely.
Well,
It's been since the kind of inception of the WWE ID program. I think a lot of OVW fans, including the two that are sitting behind this table, were like, "Hey, when does WWE ID come to OVW?" We don't know. Hopefully, it does. You know, like what a huge opportunity.
that's a good catch.
Also, for what it's worth, to get into the wider wrestling world, I heard things aren't going so good for one of those WWE ID schools. I heard they lost their WWE ID right after the Raja Jackson incident.
Oh, I did not
yeah.
know that.
Yeah, so maybe there's a charter floating around. I don't know. Exciting nonetheless to have someone with that trademark next to their name. That's a big deal for WWE. That means that or for OVW. That means there's going to be WWE people watching this. Not like they already don't. But having this guy on the card is a big deal.
Do you think he's gonna
Congratulations. No. Lord, no. He's going against Jake Lawless, our media champion. This version of Jake, I don't know who's going to beat him.
He's pulling out all the stops, just like he's pulling everything out from underneath the ring. And I guess you took a page out of that.
Yeah, no. This version of Jake, new look, new attitude, new friends. I get it. WWE's looking at you. Your WWE ID, right next to your name. I get it. Exciting for you. You're in a whole different house now when you step into Davis Arena. And this is one that the argument is to be made that Jake Lawless helped build, rather.
I can't argue that.
So, you want to take Sam Holloway? Because I certainly do not.
Is this a title match or no?
I would imagine it's not. It's at the bottom of the page, and it's beside another match. So I assume this is a non-title match.
I still think I'm going to go with Lawless.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going Lawless. Would be huge for the kid. Would be huge for the kid to walk into Davis Arena day one, WDBID, big man on campus, beat the media champion. Be huge for him. Not gonna happen.
All right. Let's move along to our second bout of the night. I'm not sure why. I took it down to put it back up.
Wait for you to say it.
But it is Icon Lee or Super Z versus Icon Lee. What do y'all think?
Well, go ahead.
I mean, if we're talking just one-on-one, I feel like it's an easy answer, Super Z. But in terms of this specific situation, I feel like it's a bit of a chess match because a lot of times what we'll do is we'll get into talking about these matches and, if it's just these two, it's okay. But,
Right.
there's, if you're wrestling X, that means X plus whoever. But
X plus Y, I
yeah.
guess, in your
if
scenario.
it's Super Z versus Icon Lee and Icon gets some help from the Doom Syndicate, that means it's like a chess game. If he does this, Super Z will have PG-13 with him. If somebody else comes out from the Doom Syndicate, you've got Kid Colossus. So I feel like overall it's still going to be fairly evenly matched. But the wild card in this, to me, is Star Rider. Do we think Star Rider will make an appearance on behalf of his henchman Icon Lee? Do you think anybody will come to help Icon Lee?
Well, maybe Evil Z. It seems as if Evil Z and Icon Lee have become kind of the ready-made tag team out of the Goon Syndicate.
I can see that, yeah.
For me, I have a couple of other viewpoints, if I could.
Please. That's what this is all about.
A, you mentioned PG-13, Percival coming out, helping Super Z. I don't know if Super Z or PG-13 is going to be in any shape to do anything on this week's card after both of them got mauled by the hungry bear that is Big Zo. Right?
That's true.
Do you remember, if you ever heard in the gladiator times in the Colosseum, they have the lions, and they would intentionally not feed them so that they would be hungrier before they had to face the warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Big Zo is the hungry lion right now.
Most definitely.
Big Zo is the hungry lion, and he's going to continue to eat and eat and eat and eat the way that he ate up PG-13 and Super Z last week. That's not what we're talking about, though. That's on the peripheral. I don't know if these guys are in the best shape after their interaction with Big Zo last week.
You're entirely right. That's a valid point because OVW has become a buffet for Big Zo, a killing field.
And you know who was not there to help his friends last week? Kid Colossus. Where was he?
I noticed that. He was notoriously absent.
So, maybe if he's, around this week and the Goon Syndicate shows up, but if you're Super Z, you're walking in this injured. If you're PG-13, you're walking in this injured. The odds are against you, even if it's just a one-on-one match. I might have to go Icon Lee.
Wow.
I might have to go Icon Lee.
What is his OVW record, by the way?
Icon Lee?
Yeah. Just out of curiosity. You can go to the website and look.
On OVW or on Cage Match?
Either or. Taster's choice.
I don't think OVW actually keeps their stats, so let me...
If anything, I think it's one and whatever.
Oh, he's won some matches.
No,
Not many.
let's look it up. I
I'm
bet it's
working
under
on it.
5. High-low. Vegas odds. Is it above 5? Over, under?
High.
How many wins does Icon Lee have in OVW?
I'll probably go under on that.
Televised.
So if we're doing Vegas, we'd have set it at 4.5,
Okay.
right? Would
Yeah.
that be the?
Yeah.
You want to know if he has more or less than 5? Is your question?
Yeah.
I'd probably hammer the under on 4.5.
I'm right there with you. Safe bet.
Just saying.
Double our money. Go get a nice dinner.
Get some
See a show.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Or some 4 Pig Smokehouse, or some Wix Pizza.
Or some Roshoku ramen.
Or so, yeah, they're a sponsor too. What else do we have here? I think so. You're going Super Z. I'm going the opposite.
Correct.
I'm going Icon Lee.
Okay, let me document that here.
These glasses make me feel like I'm in a Nancy Davis movie.
Somebody asked if they're menorah glasses, but they are actually birthday cake glasses.
Yeah, it's birthday cake glasses.
All right. I'll have to look into Icon's record, but let's move along to J-Rod taking on the Marionette Noel.
You want to go first? You want me to go first?
I'll go, and I'll make it short and sweet. As entertaining as the Marionette Noel is, J-Rod's a force in nature. It's going to be thanks for coming. In terms of that goes. J-Rod. But, well, hold on. First question.
Yes.
Do we think it's going to be a clean match? Are we going to get an actual finish?
You took the words right out of my mouth. So we have 2 women's matches. Just so everyone on the OVW YouTube page knows, we have 2 women's matches this week, so you guys can stop freaking out.
Dose.
One of the 2 is ripe for interference, right?
Mm-hmm.
The question, if we agree about that, the question becomes,
Which
is
one?
it this one or the next one?
And the only person who isn't in the ring competing is Freya.
Right. Freya is on the also appearing board, so we know she's going to find herself on the card somehow. I'm going to go J-Rod, clean victory.
That was my original thought. But right now, in this case, Freya's the wild card.
Well, that leads me to our next match, Maddie the American Baddie and Sophia Rose. The reason I think J-Rod is clear victory is because I think that the mystery of the attacker is solved one way or the other during the Sophia Rose match. I believe in my heart of hearts that Sophia Rose is the attacker.
Think so.
I do. Now, if Sophia Rose gets attacked during her match, then she can no longer be the attacker, right? Because if it was Freya attacking her, I said this 2 weeks ago, Freya said this 2 weeks ago, she'd do it. She's not hiding.
Okay, what if Freya was actually attacked? And
I believe she was.
Sophia Rose does what J-Rod claimed Freya did, and she fakes an attack.
Could I ask, what in Sophia's character, the character that she carries around every day, the way that we've interacted with her, the way she interacts with the crowd, in her constitution, maybe character is not even the right word.
It doesn't
in
seem
her
like
constitution, right? What is suggested that she would do that?
Well, what is suggested based on that same set of criteria that she would have jumped J-Rod and Freya in the previous weeks? What if it's Maddie?
You cut me off at the pass, dear friend. I don't think it's Maddie.
You don't think?
I mean,
because the last time we saw Maddie before this past week, it wasn't her best performance, but she came in like a house of fire.
Yes.
This past time when we saw her, we saw that same fire again. You don't think that some time off might have given her the opportunity to sharpen some skills?
A little bit of new perspective, maybe?
New perspective, maybe get a chip on her shoulder because she's not out there in the women's title picture?
See, that would be kind of, in my mind, I think that's the struggle Sophia's going through. I'm not in the title picture anymore. These other people are. Freya's the champion now. Her worst enemy, right? I don't know, man.
Wrestling's biggest fan says
tough.
that Larkin
is the attacker.
The attacker, which
she is
would make sense.
Suspiciously absent since the attacking started.
The chaotic neutral of the women's division.
She has been, apparently, if you're on social media, Larkin has developed a new persona, Sherlock Holmes, and is attempting to solve this wearing a blue wig. Obviously, just not really wearing the wig as much as wearing the wig as a hat, because you can still kind of see her hair under that blue wig. But yeah, this is the Sherlock Holmes that has been just about accosted our good friend, the ref with the good hair, in a video this week, looking for answers.
We gotta get you another hip hop reference to make reference to. The good hair is like 6 years old at this point.
Well, I mean, he has good hair.
He
I
does.
love that.
He does. Just say that mighty fine looking ref. That's what you should say. That little cutie Dallas Edwards. That's what you should say. The good hair. We gotta get you something new. We gotta catch you up on. I think there's been like 3 Beyonce records since Lemonade came out. We at least gotta get you a reference from Cowboy Carter.
Do any of them apply? So should I say that he's not Texas?
No, yeah, no, he's not. I don't
Should he
think.
park his Lexus and ref the match?
He's not that TV show with J.R. Ewing.
Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick to references you know from the time that you grew up.
And if he was making like references to like hip hop songs or like R&B songs from when he grew up, it'd be like,
It Takes Two by Rob Bass.
yeah, it'd be like still when all hip hop songs were just about rapping.
Yeah.
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 It'd be great.
I'm here rapping.
Or License to Ill from the Beastie Boys back in 87 or whatever.
Here's a little story. What else we got?
All right, so we
I'm going Sophia Rose over Maddie.
okay. Yeah, that's what I needed. Brian,
I feel like Maddie's got something to prove, but so does Sophia Rose. I'm going with Sophia Rose.
Sophia Rose's life has been nothing but something to prove. We know this about her. This is how we were introduced to her.
It is a metaphor, yes.
And as much as I'd like to say Maddie the American Baddie, as much as I'd like to share that sentiment with you, I just don't. I don't see it this week.
I hope one thing we do see is another one of those awesome promos.
Please, I mean, just for me, just for me.
we're back. I actually have that video because we showed it here, and when I pull up my drive to look at videos and get things from OVW, it just shows.
Can
right
we just
there.
put that in the commercial stack every week?
Please.
Just do it forever.
Yeah, that'd be great.
This way out of context promo
Yeah,
from
from
6
6
months
months
ago,
ago.
talking about some people who ain't even there anymore.
Do you think Maddie, the American Baddie, would do like a cameo for me? If I paid her like $35, she would do a promo that I could have and watch whenever I wanted. Be like, hey, Jackman, OVW podcast.
Wouldn't you want her to insult you?
Whatever. It's free reign for her. I just want to see like that promo. We really need to re-show it because I think there's a lot of people out there who don't know what we're even talking about. It's like an entrancing minute and a half.
It really is.
I've thought about the Maddie the American Baddie promo every day since I've seen it. That's like the truth. I love it.
Let's move on to our first triple threat Nightmare Cup round. I suppose this is round 2, round 1.
Round 1.
Round 1 still. Yeah, these are people who haven't gotten to play yet. So, this will find the Doom Syndicate this time in the form of Star Rider and not the Nephilim, the new masked guy.
The Obsidian
The
Angel.
Obsidian Angel. There it is. Thank you. Taking on Only Bros, taking on one Dustin Jackson, teaming with one Anthony Toatelli. Guys, what say you about this triple threat match?
Okay, first off, Coach is going to play. Is he in the match?
That was actually, I'm so glad you started there. That was my exactly where I was going to start.
Follow-up questions. That mean we don't get the whistle this week?
Well, last week on Overdrive this past week, he was back to the clipboard.
Thank God.
Yeah, the whistle, I understand the reasoning for let's do something loud and obnoxious, but it is just too much.
Here's the thing, is you started exactly where I would have started, because that's the biggest question of this match. Only Bros, been around for a little bit. We know that they're best friends. We know that they have great chemistry. We've known them mostly as a tag team. This new presentation that they have, a little less tag team, right? And there's been one person on the outside, and it's been Coach Prime.
Correct.
And that has left me wondering, what's up with Coach Prime in ring? Is that something he still does? Is it something he wants to do? Is he in shape enough to do it? Has he been hurt? Has he been injured?
I think there's been an injury at play.
I think so. It's raised a lot of questions. Now it's time to answer them. Is he going to be in ring? Is this going to be a proper tag team with the Only Bros tomorrow? I'm curious. I'm very curious.
Certainly looks that way. And
I
I'm
hope so.
excited.
Nobody-
Because I love Star Player Prime. in the
Nobody
ring.
loves Coach Prime more than me. Nobody loves Coach Prime more than me. But that's one of the big questions from the offset, right?
Mm-hmm.
And until that question is answered, who knows? Let's look at some of our other contestants here, shall we? Dustin Jackson and Anthony Toatelli. These are guys who know each other very well in ring.
Not to mention the fact that Dustin Jackson has held several OVW titles.
Several,
Uh,
including the tag titles.
Yes, we both agree that Anthony Toatelli will be part of a title picture at some point sooner than later because it's Anthony Toatelli.
He's got to be.
Yeah,
It's got to
which leaves Doom Syndicate.
right.
I mean, when it comes to triple threat matches, I usually work by eliminating somebody. It's like, okay, I feel like I can clearly eliminate this person or this team and focus on these two and then reason it out. I mean, Coach Prime's back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's got a chip on his shoulder. Maybe he's been putting in the work.
I'd love to see it.
Maybe they've been putting the work in together. I mean, they're a phenomenal tag team. They have great chemistry. We know what we're getting from Dustin Jackson, Anthony Toatelli. We know what we're going to get from Doom Syndicate. I kind of feel like I just need to pick one at random because I can't reason this out. I feel like any of these guys have a decent chance to do it. But this time I think I'm going to go
Before
with...
you pick, could we maybe work through some things together?
Sure. Let's do it.
If Prime is back full,
Becky did confirm he was out for an injury.
right?
Okay.
Thank you, Becky.
Thank you.
If he's back to full health, he's got to knock some dust off. He's got to knock some rust off, right?
Yeah.
He's a young guy. They're a young team, but an injury comes for all of us. Adjusting post-injury, that's something. No matter how young or how old you are, is very, very hard to do, especially in a wrestling context. So there's that for me. With Dustin Jackson and Anthony Toatelli, these are two guys that are more used to being on opposite sides of the ring than sharing a corner with each other. And they've had some battles as well. So for me, I'm kind of looking at Only Bros, and I'm saying, is Prime 100%? And if he is 100%, is he he's still probably a little rusty. It's just how things go. It's not a negative against him. I'm looking at Dustin Jackson and Anthony Toatelli and saying, these guys are not far enough removed from some of the battles that they had with each other to maybe be copacetic, to maybe be on the same page.
Do you think we're going to see a performance from them like we have seen recently by the Mammoth Donovan Cecil and the veteran Jack Vaughn? Do you think it's going to be that kind of chaos in their corner?
I think it very well could be. I think that both Anthony Toatelli and Dustin Jackson are a little less pedantic, petulant than Jack Vaughn is. Maybe a little more even keel than Jack Vaughn is right now.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
still a lot of ego and guys that really like doing it for themselves. These are two of your best singles match competitors in the whole company, Anthony Toatelli and Dustin Jackson. So there's my, maybe slight on them, my neg on them. Then I'm looking at the Doom Syndicate. You've got the leader and his lackey. No miscommunication.
True.
Clear sense of purpose.
Check.
I would love to round it out with something, a third one, just for, to make it sound like I'm smart and I know how to speak. But
Star Rider's in the best shape of his life.
There we go. That's it, baby.
That's it.
Star Rider's in the best shape of his career.
I will erase a previous deduction for that. Good for you.
Yes. No, that is thank you, Tiny Brian. That is the third point. So whenever you're stacking the positives of the Doom Syndicate versus the questions you have about Only Bros and Dustin Jackson, Only Bros and Dustin Jackson and Anthony Toatelli, all signs point toward Doom Syndicate, right?
Not to mention the fact that Obsidian Angel is a former Rush Division champion,
That's true. That's true.
if only for
3
about
seconds.
10, 15 minutes.
And Star Rider, a former Rush Division champion,
Several times.
even other than when he got given the championship by the Obsidian Angel.
Yeah.
So is this a sweep for the Doom Syndicate?
I think my answer is very obvious. I'm going Doom Syndicate.
Brian?
Among these three teams, they do have the most probability for outside interference. I feel like that also needs to be taken into consideration. Heart. If I went with my heart, I would say Dustin Jackson, Anthony Toatelli, but I'm
Love
going
that pick.
as much as we've talked about this, I'm going with my head, and that's Doom Syndicate.
Head pick. Got it. And then now let's move along to our second of these three-way dances. Or they're not.
Different thing.
The different thing. No, these are triple threat matches, which will see Los Desafios taking on the Troublemakers,
Okay.
taking on the Sin City Outlaws.
Where are you biting on this one, Hines?
Sin City Outlaws are going to be fired up
Yes.
after last week.
Got a new haircut?
Anxious to see the new look.
Me too.
But I mean, as a guy who has had long hair for the majority of the last 30 years, if somebody went and cut my hair, I would be pissed. Just saying. So I'm going with Sin City Outlaws. I feel like they're out there. They got something to prove. Nothing against the Troublemakers. Definitely nothing against Los Desafios. I could also make a case for Los Desafios, but based on what happened last week, I'm going with Sin City, baby.
I don't think that that's a bad choice at all. And where they're a little green in the gills, what they lack in experience, they can make up for in one thing that these other two teams do not have, which is an insurance policy on the outside. Their cousin Janie.
Also a very solid point.
I think if we're just looking at things, I don't disagree with a single thing that you said. If we're looking at things, I think the Troublemakers are a little gung-ho, right? This is a big opportunity for a team like that, and I don't know if they'll be able to rise to the occasion. They just haven't been there enough, right? Then we look at Los Desafios. Guys were born to tag together.
Yes.
These guys are best friends.
And probably have more years in ring experience than either of the other two teams
Combined.
Could be wrong. I don't know. The Troublemakers, maybe they've been wrestling since they graduated high school, and they've been in that fraternity that, wrestling for 30 years or whatever it is.
If it's not flat out true, it's very close. In terms of Los Desafios' combined experience versus the other two teams' combined experience, all 5 members of the other two teams' combined experience. You chose Sin City Outlaws, and I don't disagree with your line of thinking. But I think it's Los Desafios. This is the most well-oiled tag team in the whole company. These guys know each other like the back of their hand.
You're just saying that because you're close friends with Maximo Suave.
I do. Me and Max, we like to cut it up. I always love talking to Max.
I do too.
I think that of that string of interviews that we did a few weeks ago, a couple months ago at this point, I think the one that turned out the best was probably Los Desafios.
I would love to see them get the belts one day. Do
And
I think this match is going to be their match? I don't, man. I feel like, after last week, Sin City's out there to make a statement. So that's where I'm going for now. I'd love to be wrong.
Like I said, I cannot disagree with how you arrived at your destination, but I think you bought the wrong ticket. I'm going Los Desafios.
All right.
Most experienced. They know what it's like to be there. They know what it's like to gain a title. They know what it's like to lose them. That's not something the Troublemakers get to say. That's not something City Outlaws gets to say. Los Desafios knows the assignment.
Love it. All right, let's move on to our top 2 title holders in action tomorrow, starting with your heavyweight champion, Cal Hero, in a non-title match with the back-breaking artist, Jake Painter. What say you, gentlemen?
You want to say it on 3?
Well, I'll say this first. Jake Painter has been putting on a string of incredible matches.
Amen to that.
And one day it will be his day. Tomorrow's not that day. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, Cal Hero takes the victory.
All right, that one's easy enough. And let's move on to our OVW United States champion, Eric Surge, who will be taking on the man for whose time it is, One Big Zoe. Gentlemen, what say you?
You go first.
Again, non-title as far as we know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't ever remember them saying for the championship last week on Rise.
All
and
right.
there's nothing in the poster about it. so.
Before we get into individual thoughts, let's work this one out with me.
Okay.
If-then style.
Okay.
If it is a title match, I'm going with Surge. If it
Okay.
is a non-title match, I'm going with Zoe. And sparking a feud that leads up to the pay-per-view.
I agree. I agree with that if and then statement. I mean, man.
Either way, it's going to be a barn burner,
It's
and
tough.
I love it. I love seeing that fire in Zoe. I loved seeing that reaction from Eric Surge last week. That interaction between the two of them. I just watched Rocky 3 over the weekend, and I feel like there was a lot of the tension that you felt between like Rocky Balboa and Clubber Lang, or Rocky Balboa and Thunder Lips. That kind of intensity.
Thunder Lips, that was Hulk Hogan's character?
Yes.
Right. Yeah. No, this has big fight feel.
It definitely does.
This has big fight feel. I think this has to be main event of the evening. Like, absolutely has to be. I don't know if people will be able to pay attention after the way these two guys are going to tear the building down.
That is exactly what I was going to say. I don't think that there's going to be a building left after these two finish this match. Or if they finish this match. Do you think it'll be a clean finish?
I actually do not.
So Becky Katie, since you mentioned the potential of it not being a clean finish, she asks, do you think there'll be a run-in from another member of the Legacy of Brutality?
That is a very good, interesting, and timely point, Miss Becky. And thank you for your question. I kind of feel that. I kind of feel that vibe. I kind of feel some rumblings, some brutal rumblings. I've seen. You're not on social media, but I've seen little hints of the Legacy of Brutality here and there. So that is a very good possible. And plus, it's OVW, so you never know what's going to happen.
For me, personally, the Legacy of Brutality thing, oh my gosh, well, the pop would be massive. People would go crazy, right? I get it. I get that. Anyone short of it just being Josh to manage Big Zoe, I think would absolutely decimate Big Zoe's momentum.
1,000% agree.
I think it would be. We are right at the precipice of what we've been begging for, not only on this show, but our other show, the OVW Podcast. There will be a new episode of that out tonight at 8 on our YouTube channel at OVW Podcast. But we have been begging for months to let Zoe eat. Not let him cook. He's been cooking. Let him eat, right?
Cooking up counseling.
I think it would. It's the name of his book. Find it wherever you buy your books. I think it would absolutely decimate the momentum that he's been able to build with himself in such a short amount of time. And I hate to say that about like a returning, Legacy Brutality. A returning faction with that amount of acclaim and that amount of love and that amount of history. I hate to say that in this instance. But man, there's a loss would do less damage to Big Zoe's momentum. A title loss against Eric Surge would do less damage to Big Zoe's momentum than a Legacy of the Brutality reunion would.
Oh, you think it'd swamp it?
I do. I 110% think that adding anyone short of just Josh as the manager to the package of Big Zoe right now destroys this momentum that he's building.
gets lost
Okay.
in the
All right.
shuffle.
Let's talk about this. Let's think about this idea. We have this match. It is a titanic battle. Surge is on the verge of winning, but wins by disqualification because somebody comes in to aid Big Zoe.
Okay.
I like
see
this.
where you're at.
I like this. So, I mean, I'm going to go with my heart on this and hope that happens instead of reasoning out who I think would win in this particular instance. We've already done the if-then. If it's non-title, I see Zoe getting it because I don't necessarily see a title of this magnitude changing hands a week before a special Sunday night special.
They've done it before. They'll
Well,
do it
that's
again,
true,
But
yeah.
it's unlikely.
It's OVW,
Unlikely.
so you just never know.
So what do we actually?
I'm gonna go Eric Surge.
All right, Brian, Zoe.
Zoe, you know how I feel. But until we get a little bit further, I mean, I feel like we're going to see this on Sunday at No Rest for the Wicked. So therefore, I feel like it's going to be Surge this Thursday, tomorrow
Right.
night, 24 hours from now.
I agree.
So nice big card from OVW this week.
100%.
Love that.
Was it like a
Love-
birthday card?
Just a huge. We got a lot of matches
What
that
is
we knew
that?
was
That
going to
is
happen.
1,
tomorrow.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches.
That's a
announced
show's worth
for
of it.
tomorrow night's card,
Yes.
guys. If you're not going to 4400 Shepherdsville Road, legendary Hot Point Davis Arena, why not? I get it. It's busy out there. If you aren't able to go, watch it here on this YouTube channel. It's free. Nothing better to do on a Thursday night. You don't care about who's playing football anyway. I promise.
Wait, who is playing football tomorrow?
No one knows.
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's a mystery to
if it's
everyone.
if they're not on my fantasy team, I don't know.
That's fair.
And everyone
Okay.
that I have this week is playing Sunday. So I lost this past week, by the way.
So we'll warn you with that later. We're as time is getting away from
I
us.
was
Let's
gonna
get
say
into
let's
some of this stuff.
Let's make an audible here, and let's go straight to the fan
Questions.
zone. Yep.
Junk Punch Hero seems to imply that Super Z interferes way more than the Doom Syndicate. What do you guys think of that observation?
I mean, if that is the case, 51-49.
I think it's unfair to say Super Z. I think that it's.
The Z Force.
I think
guess
it's
is what it
fair to
is.
say the Z Force. Yes.
All right. Cosmic Joe Chronicles asks, have Linda and Brandon gone on their date yet?
That'll be.
That's tomorrow. We assume.
Tomorrow.
Or at least we'll see video from it. So talking about these attacks on the women's division, Becky Katie, Merch Lady, says maybe the person doing the sneak attacks isn't a wrestler. Maybe it's the seller of merch.
That would be. Well, we're not allowed to break news here, so.
That is true. But this is just a suggestion from Becky Katie, the Merch Lady, that the Merch Lady might be involved. That's all I'm saying.
I know that Becky has her license, so she can get in there if she wants.
True.
We can only hope. Josh Gardner says, I like the set.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes.
I did it myself.
Jackman Oaks, host and set designer. Thank you, Josh. We appreciate that. I will not leave it alone. Mickey Ward says...
Mickey Rourke?
No.
That's what I heard.
Mikey Ward says, will either J-Rod or Noel be up to take on Freya? I guess maybe more generally, who do you think is the next one up to challenge Freya for the Women's Championship?
We got to figure out who's attacking the women first.
That does seem to be the more pressing question.
Yeah.
I think that...
It's Wildfire Tommy Rich.
Now that would be incredible.
Wouldn't it?
No, I think that so much more about the future of the women's division can be speculated upon once we know who the attacker is.
Let's see. Honeybun Pondu asks, why are the OVW premium events on Sunday now? How am I supposed to do things that might be illegal involving having a little too much on the terms of the country boys and then motor vehicles?
If you're not going to go to Davis Arena, host a party yourself.
Yeah, make a response. Here's the thing, man.
Make a responsible choice.
Is I like to party more than you, I promise. Make a responsible choice. Invite a friend, even if they're not a wrestling fan. They will be by the time they leave. Get a ride home. Doesn't mean you can't have fun to be responsible. Just means you have to be responsible first. And
That's a good point.
And I'm not. That is not me trying to admonish any. These guys can tell you how much I like to party, how much I like to have a few drinks. That's not me admonishing you for wanting to have a few drinks. That's just me saying there's as long as you're safe and responsible, that's the best way you can be.
Let's end talking a little bit more about Star Player Prom. Josh Gardner said whistling for a manager is way overdone. I don't know what you guys think. But Honey Bun Pondu came back and said Star Player Prom Jackson has never been annoying a day in his life, and I will not stand for slander.
Well, I have bad news for Junk Punch Hero. We have a new good name in the chat. What is their name again? Honey
Doo Doo.
Honey Bun Pondue. Honey Bun Pondu.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that one. Sorry, Junk Punch. You had a good reign. Whoa. Brian Hines. What am I trying to say here?
You tell me. Okay, how about this? It's not Star Player Prime. It's not Coach Prime. It's the whistle. That's the annoying part.
Well, and we're here to get annoyed. But I just...
Mission accomplished.
Follow me this with the whistle thing. The clipboard is better than the whistle.
It is.
It's better. It's a better package. It's a little less obvious. It's just as annoying.
It's visible, though.
Yeah, like it's better. It works for him better.
As the son of a former high school coach, yes, the clipboard is a much better accessory to be at ringside with.
All right, so we're about to wrap this up. I want to remind everybody that we have a brand new episode of the OVW Podcast debuting on our YouTube channel at OVW Podcast in approximately 90
It's gonna be
seconds.
Browns and Ravens.
Oh, right on Browns.
I'll be watching that.
Yeah, I'll watch that.
But you'll watch the replay after Rise, right?
I'll watch them both.
Tomorrow, 5:45, Rise, 4400 Shepherdsville Road. If you can't be there in person, be there on YouTube, Fight TV, other places I'm certain. Go watch it. Watch it live, watch it later, whenever you got to do it. Next Tuesday is Overdrive. Watch that right here on this YouTube channel, 7 p.m., putting a lot of work into it, turning up and making some good television there for
looking
Overdrive.
great.
That's the show that always kicks out at 2, right?
Yes, at least it used to be. I think it might still be. 6 days, 23 hours from right now, we will be right back here for OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back.
From all of us here.